Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to Study with Street Science, episode number 3. This is where we unbox a science toy each and every week, where you can put us in the background, listen to some music, and learn about some science. Alrighty, as always, I get Tia, our production assistant here, to give us a toy to unbox. I don't know what it is, and we're going to try and finish it within 30 minutes. Hopefully, we can do it. Now, over here, I just noticed this over here. This is what we built last week. So if you haven't seen that episode, go and catch episode 2. This is our skill tester machine, and we definitely had some fun in the studios here, annoying people trying to test their skills. But definitely a quality toy, that one. Not sure how it goes in the audio there, but today we're unboxing the new one. What do you think we have in here? Let's have a look. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. Oh, the classic street science box. Whew. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, oh, you can never see from this angle. I know what it is, but you don't. Today's toy is gonna be ta-da! The piano music box. Sounds awesome. Here, let me pack this box away, back away. The piano music box. Now, this is giving me some reminders from some toys that I actually have existing around already. Let's have a look. Let's look at the instructions here. Ooh, I'm losing bits already. All right, the piano music box. Uh, okay, we've got a couple of different things on this side, but what you'll see here is we've got these little component things that will make a little music track for us. Now, what's cool about unboxing this toy is the fact we'll actually be able to see how those little music trinket toys work, which is pretty fascinating. I'm going to be honest, I've got a daughter who has one of these that has now broken apart, and I've been playing around with it, seeing how it works. So I've got a bit of an understanding of it. So I'll try and run through it as we build it. So as always, let's cue some music, get some tunes while we unbox our science toy. Tia, cue the music. All right, let's get going. Now this one looks a little bit less intense as the previous ones. The components seem not as many. So that might be a good thing. Maybe we can actually finish a little bit earlier today. We'll find out. Maybe I can actually finish within 30 minutes. Now we're still yet to get our timer to make the situation even more intense. And we still have yet to really give a good name to old mate over here. I'm going with Science Simon at the moment, but I haven't heard too many suggestions yet. So I'm gonna leave that still open to suggestion, open to change. So I'm gonna pop all these little bits out bit by bit, and then I'm gonna try and tackle these instructions. Woo! Here we go. One more bit here. Maybe I should have separated it based on each one, but hopefully we didn't lose any bits. Okay, here we go. All right, let's put them to the side. Put that to the side. Open up this little baggie. So I think this little baggie here is the one that has our little music trinket thing. So maybe I'm going to show you now, but maybe we should wait until we get to installing that bit and we can have a bit of fun to see how that bit actually works. I'm going to try and not lose my screws here. I know last time I really should put a big packet of screws over here, the ones that are falling apart and I didn't use the previous time. So let's chuck that. Let's chuck this over here. Get this out of the way. Clean up our desk space. All right, here we go. The piano music box is a kind of music box. The music box is also called the music box. I think they're trying to troll us here. This description is pretty funny. It contains a musical instrument that can play a few simple notes. It's motorized and originally derived from the creativity of European watchmakers. So, what I also see is at the very back, there's a little bit of a fun fact. So I might let you guys hold on to the fun fact until later in the episode. Leave you guys in suspense. All right, so here are all our bits. Let's put them in here. Let's not lose the screws. Well, that's probably an important bit. I don't know if that's important. Still haven't got my magnetized screwdriver, so we'll go with what we've got. Okay. I think it's making us put the musical bit straight on it. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, cool. All right, so we need this bad boy. We need this bad boy. And we need the screws. Yeah. I think this guy goes over here. And this way, know now to pay attention exactly to how the imagery works. Otherwise, you risk installing it on the wrong way and having to backtrack, which I've done multiple times. Oh, the screw that came out. Okay. Hopefully that's not supposed to be somewhere. So I think this goes on in here. Oop, did you hear that? It's making noise on me already. Hey. We're gonna hear music on top of music on top of music. Don't worry, we'll get Tia to turn the music down when we get it cranking. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I think it feels like it's not right there. It must be. It feels like it's too big. Oh, look at this. It says there's like heaps clearance on this side, and then somehow it's like totally not fitting in there. I'm pretty sure that's the right way. No, maybe. Wait, what? Oh, maybe it's this way. That's why we look at the pictures very closely, because I wasn't solely on the wrong spot. That's the way it should go. Okay, cool. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Pay attention. All right. Well, it should just be can pay attention. Can pay attention. All right. Let's get our screws in here. This is the hard bit. So let's get the hard bit out of the way. Now I'm checking in. Who's tuned in? How many people we got tuned in? I see a massive audience there again. It's looking pretty good. She's giving me a big donut sign at the back there. I'm sure she's reading it wrong. I'm sure she's reading it wrong. I'm pretty sure we've got 3,000 people watching. You can see all the comments coming through. Like, don't worry, we've got a good audience. We know our audience is out there. They're just not watching us right yet. No, but the good thing about this is that because it goes on live, it means you can watch it at any point in time. So I know there's some future subscriber out there that is tuning in right now and as thanking us for how amazing the show is. All right. Got this one last screw to get in. Get in here. Get in here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's jump it in. Getting. Now, this one I don't think is a real piano, so I won't actually be able to make notes. It just does a pre-recorded song. But that's probably a good thing because my musical talent on a piano, pretty ordinary. Tia, how good is your piano skills? Tia's giving me the massive hand cross. So maybe one day we'll get a real piano and get her to play too. We can do it together. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. All right, that's first step number one, G. All right, so next step is we need to build the structure of the piano. I think we need these little bits here like that. So we've got, I'm just going to double check that they don't look very similar to other bits because that has hurt me in the past. So I think this one's possibly going here. I think that one goes in there. Then this one might go in here. And just to double check, it doesn't look like any other bits. That's cool. All right, I'm just going with it. Just go with it. Go with it and do it. Oh wait, I've already done it wrong. Pay attention, Ken. Pay attention. I'm running a bit of sleep deprivation. I can't even talk. Bit of sleep deprivation at the moment. We've been having some seriously fun science here at Street Science, and yesterday we did the classroom takeover. So the classroom takeover we do the last week of every school term. It's a free stream. We pump it into classrooms, and well, yeah, yesterday we had over 200 people register for it. It was awesome. A couple of internet issues other people had on the day, but the replay available is still available. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I might send you a link to it. just for you, just because you're watching. All right, that's part number one. Now we need to get these extra little bits pumping in. I think it's this one, yeah. Oh, there we go, yep. And then that one goes in here. And it's the last week of school. Who's excited? Who's ready for some pumping holidays? All right, I need to pay attention here. I don't want to get this one wrong. All right, I think that's all good. Refer to the above figure to install the 7 and 8 ports. Okay, so that's this one here. So I think that one goes in here. Number 8 goes in this way. I think we're good. Yeah, I think this is going to be a quick build today. So we might have a quick broadcast, which should be good. It'll be a fun, nice and short one. Let's find out. Question is, how do I get this back? That's going to go there. And that bit goes in here. Where's it? Get in there. Get in there. Have I got it? No. Oh, there we go. All right. I think we're cooking. This one's a bit more forgiving today because it's click and play rather than the dodgy little screws that like take impossible to get in. Look at that. Check that out. It's pretty good. Oh, I just remembered. Did you know what day it is today? Tia, do you know what day it is today? She's giving me the nod. She knows what it is. We were talking about it before. It's Are You Okay Day, which is a day that we check in on everyone, make sure they're doing good, check on your mental health, something that's really worthwhile doing. Now, I've got my little phone here, give you the steps on how to ask, Are you okay, effectively. So the recommendation is that there's 4 steps. First one, not surprisingly, is to ask, Are you okay? So I'm asking you guys, how you guys feeling? You guys okay? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. Are you having a good day, a rough day? Has it been a good week, bad week? Is your life going good? Is it a bit struggling with a couple of things? Would love to know. Now, the second step, it's the important step here, is to listen. So you want to be listening and hearing what you guys are saying. So I'm going to be looking at the comments here, and even though there might not be some right there now, I'll be checking throughout this episode and also throughout the future as well. I'll be checking it. I'll be getting notified, making sure I'm listening to you guys. Now, the step after that is to encourage action. So if they're struggling with something, ask them, are you doing something about it? Are you feeling good about the actions that you're doing? Maybe you can do a bit of brainstorming and come up with some ideas to help them through that challenge. And then the last step is to check in. So maybe you check in the next day, maybe you check in a week's time, a month's time. It's always good to check in and just ask, are you okay? So how I'm feeling, I know you're asking me, so I'm just going to tell you. I'm feeling not too bad. I'm feeling pretty tired. It's been a bit of a tough week, but feeling optimistic, and I'm feeling optimistic that I can build a good toy. So let's keep on getting into it. All right, so we've got the piano structure. Now it's telling us to install a bottom bracket. It doesn't exist. Oh, it's this bad boy. Okay, cool. All right. So before I install this, I'm going to show you what's happening. If I install it now, you won't get to see how the components work. All right. So I'm going to actually, you know what? Do we have CanCam working? Let's have a look. I'm going to turn this camera here. If you don't know what CanCam is this bad boy here. We've just started implementing it. Does require to be turned on. So I'm just going to quickly turn it on. We didn't actually test to see if this is working. Let's have a look. Is camera? It's not working today. Okay, we'll have to pencil that one back to next time. Next time we'll remember to get CanCam working. It was working yesterday. It was working good like a treat. You get to see all my boogers. I'm in my face. I'm in the experiments. It was going good. But all right, let's use our main cam up here. So as you can see here, we've got this little component here, and that is essentially the motor that you wind up on the other side here. So this is going to fit on the bottom, and on the end, once you've installed it, you put in your little handle bit here to wind it up. So when you crank that, that is winding up the motor here, and through a series of cogs, it then turns this bad boy here. So when this thing's turning, this is when you start to hear the music, as you can sort of hear. Now, how that music is working is you've got this little metal rod here, each with different little grooves in there. And basically, when you twing these, they make a bit of a noise. You probably can't hear that. I don't know. Tia, do you want to turn the music off for a bit? Maybe we can sort of hear how the music goes. We're going to cut the music for a bit. Very unusual for study with street science. First time we've done it. Can you hear this? I'm going to tweak it with my finger. How about that? So each of those little metal rods, if you tweak it or hit it, it makes a different sound. And you'll see that the grooves sort of like go throughout the sides. Now, this is really where we need a Ken-Cam to get the view, but it's sort of like a gradient that goes like this. So the metal rod that goes over here is about this long, and then slowly gets down smaller and smaller and smaller. And so because of that, when it gets hit, it vibrates. And the length of that rod determines how much that vibrates, rotates through and comes back, and it changes the sound that is created. And that sound and how it's getting hit is by this little contraption here. Now, if you can see, there's these little divots on this metal cylinder. So as it rotates through, those metal divots line up with the individual metal rods. So when you start rotating it, which I'll start doing like this, it hits each of those different metal rods in different ways. So the way that you structure those metal divots will determine which rod gets hit and what sound is created. And so when you create a bunch of different divots and then you start rotating it, that's how you create the music. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend if you get this toy, or if you've got one of these toys at home and you can deassemble it, to check it out in action because it looks super fascinating. All right, so let's build this out now. So I need to put this underneath. So I think this one goes over here. Hoping I don't like break any bits. Oh, there we go. Yep. Chuck that one in, chuck that one in. That looks pretty good. Look, and you know what I just realized? Silly me, I just realized I didn't need to show you just then because you can lift the lid open and watch the whole thing. All right, we did the science straight up the front in the middle. That's all good. It's all good. All right, we've got this bit here. Then we need to add the keyboard on into card slot 8. Okay, so this one goes in here. This is just make it look cool. Let's just make it look fancy. Fancy. Cool. What do you reckon, guys? It's looking pretty wooden colored. Do you think we need to pretty this up a bit? Maybe we should get Tia on the coloring in throughout the week. Not that she's got enough work on her plate already producing videos like this, but maybe we can get some coloring in. How about in the comments, let me know what color should we make the piano? Should we blast it out true street science color style with red, yellow, black, and orange? Or Tia, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Green is Tia's favorite color. So maybe it'll be a green piano. You'll have to wait till next week to know what color it's going to be. All right, so it says turn it over, and then we screw in this thing clockwise. So this is our crank that allows us to crank up the music. Okay. Oh, and then if you keep going further, it starts making some. Right. Wait. Turn the music off again. Here we go. Turn the music down. All right, you ready? Check this out. You wind it up. Oh, is it? Who's the music buff in the room? I'm sure Tia is actually a musician, so I'm pretty sure she will know what this song is. I think I know what it is, but I want you to tell me what you think it is and let me know in the comments, and then We'll circle back a bit later to see if our guesses were right. We'll check with Tia, presuming that Tia knows what the song is. But yeah, if you look in there, let's go back to the main one. You wind it up. This thing's starting to spin. That's hitting all those divots and hitting all those different rods. Pretty cool. Well, I'll finish it. Once the tune's finished, we'll get Tia cranking the normal Study with Street Science tunes. We're all good. All right, let's move on to final week already. How about that, Science Simon? We are smashing this one today. All right. Cool. All right, so we're gonna put in the little stands of feet. So that's these bad boys. And it's just telling me to do 3 for some reason. Why have I got 4? Okay. Is that right? Okay, we'll just go with it. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I get this position right. So that looks like that. So this one should be here. It's a bit tight. Oh, get in there. I'm not sure if I prefer these or the screws. But there we go. Okay, cool. That's in. That's definitely not coming out, so I'm hopefully I've got that in the right spot. And this one goes in over here. And then this one goes in over here. Good. Oh, lucky I've been working out. No, I haven't. Lucky I've got strong muscles. No, I don't. Cool. We got it in. All right. So, well, we're almost finished, guys. We're almost finished. All right. So this one then is going to go into here. Oh, there we go. Yep. This one goes into here, and then this one goes into. Ooh, okay. That one goes into there. I think we're almost done. Almost done. Now, going back to the music, what is that song? I don't know the exact song, but I might know the artist. And I'm going to ask Tia, I'm going to put myself on the line here. Is it Beethoven? Hey, it's Beethoven. Now, the question is what song is that? I'm going to call it Symphony. Is it a symphony? No, it's not a symphony. Okay. Well, that's exhausted all my ideas. I was going to say Symphony number 8 or something. I don't know. Is that how it works? Tia's vigorously shaking her head at me. Do you know what it is?
For Elise.
Was it Fair?
For Elise.
Fur Elise is the song for those
Yes.
playing at home. Okay, so we do know Tia is a musical expert, so maybe we need to get another musical instrument and test her knowledge. Cool. Now, I can't remember, Tia, did I say something else that we're going to cover at the end of the episode? Or did I cover everything already? I think I might have covered everything already. Cool. All right. Well, let's turn the music down again if it's not already on. Is the music down? And let's just listen to the marvelness of this ingenuity while I remember what I was going to tell you at the end. Get out. Isn't that fascinating? That's such a simple contraption using a series of cogs, pulleys, and a little bit of rotation can really have such an amazing effect, which is pretty awesome. And this is a really great example of kinetic transfer of energy. So taking the energy from me, turning that to then convert that into sound energy, which is actually pretty cool. All right. I do remember what the last thing that we were going to cover in, and that is fun fact that is listed on the book. So I'm going to put our little piano over here. Check that. Let's read the fun fact before we wrap up for today. Here we go. Fun fact. The first music box in the world was invented by the Swiss Anto Fabre in 1796. That's how old this style of contraption is. Isn't that impressive? And there's a museum called the Kyoto Arashiyama Music Box Museum, which harbors a series of different music boxes. And I think there's a picture here. I don't know if you can see that picture. I believe that is the one that it's referring to as possibly the first one created. And what's impressive about this one, if that is true, is that it's only 10 centimeters tall, so about that that height. And it's not only just a musical box, but it's also a luxurious pure gold stamp. So it's actually a stamped musical box. Now that's just blows my mind. So when you turn the ring on the up part of this part of the stamp, that starts playing the music. So you can be cranking your music while you're stamping all your important documents while you're a king or queen. So I imagine that wasn't probably made for most people. I imagine it was for some luxurious king or queen. Alrighty, buddy. That is it for Study with Street Science for this week. I'm so glad that you've joined me. I hope you had some good work, some good classroom activities, some good study, smashed out some assignments. As always, we're going to be here every Thursday, 3:45 p.m. to unbox a new science toy. And I'm pretty sure we might even have some special guests in the next episode. So from me, Science Simon, and everyone here at Street Science, hope you have a good day. I hope you are doing okay. Please let us know, and we'll catch you next time. See you later.